Well, hello everybody yet again. Welcome to Improv Bible Study here with Junk Shop Library, the Bible study channel where we make fun of the source material mercilessly. Hopefully you enjoy that, and you hit the thumbs up button to show. We turn today to Exodus, the 18th chapter, where I have no idea what's going to happen because I did not look ahead. Improv Bible Study. When Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that God had done for Moses and for Israel his people, and that the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt, then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took Zipporah, Moses' wife, after he sent her back, and her 2 sons, of which the name of one was Gershom, for he said, I have been an alien in a strange land. And the name of the other was Eleazar, for the God of my father, said he, was my help, and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife unto Moses in the wilderness, where he encamped at the mount of God. And he said unto Moses, I, thy father-in-law Jethro, am come unto thee, and my wife, and her 2 sons with her. And Moses went out to meet his father-in-law, and did obeisance, and kissed him, and they asked each other of their welfare, and they came into the tent. And Moses told his father-in-law all that the Lord had done unto Pharaoh and to the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and all the travail that had come upon them by the way, and how the Lord had delivered them. And Jethro rejoiced for all the goodness which the Lord had done to Israel, whom he had delivered out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Jethro said, Blessed be the Lord, who hath delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of Pharaoh, who hath delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians. Now I know that the Lord is greater than all gods, for in the thing wherein they dealt proudly he was above them. And Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, took a burnt offering and sacrifices for God. And Aaron came, and all the elders of Israel, to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law before God. And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat to judge the people, and the people stood by Moses from the morning unto the evening. And when Moses' father-in-law saw all that he did to the people, he said, What is this thing that thou doest to the people? Why sittest thou thyself alone, and all the people stand by thee from morning unto even? And Moses said unto his father-in-law, Because the people come unto me to inquire of God. When they have a matter, they come unto me, and I judge between one and the other, and I do make them know the statutes of God and his laws. And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, The thing that thou doest is not good. Thou wilt surely wear away, both thou and this people that is with thee, for this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone. Hearken now unto my voice. I will give thee counsel, and God shall be with thee. Be thou for the people to God-ward, that thou mayest bring the causes unto God. And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s. And let them judge the people at all seasons, and it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge, and shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee. If thou shalt do this thing, and God command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure, and all this people shall also go their place in peace. So Moses hearkened to the voice of his father-in-law, and did all that he had said. And Moses chose able men out of all Israel, and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s. And they judged the people at all seasons. The hard causes they brought unto Moses, but every small matter they judged themselves. And Moses let his father-in-law depart, and he went his way into his own land. And that's Exodus 18. I didn't remember that at all. Okay. So, Moses, having built an altar and conquered, or at least being on the way to conquering, the Amalekites, word gets to his father-in-law Jethro that Moses done come out of Egypt and brought all the Israelites with him. Jethro comes down to say, hey. Moses says, hey, back. And they go in and they break bread and they swap how you beens. And the next day, Moses gets up, goes out and sits in front of all the nation of Israel, and they come up to him with everything to inquire of him and of the Lord. You got this vision of this like a Marx Brothers skit, right? One person come up and says, you know, he stepped on my toe, and Moses judges between them. One person says he ran over my dog with his cart, and Moses judges between them. Somebody says he stole my wife, Moses judges between them. He killed all 65 of my relatives and my dog and my wife, Moses judges between them. He hit my thumb with a hammer while we were hanging a picture in the tent, Moses judges between them. After watching this go on for some time, father-in-law says, explain this to me, this business you're doing here. Moses says, well, you know, the people want to know what God says, so they come to me with every little thing. They ask me what God says, and I tell them. Jethro says, son, listen up. Let me lay some wisdom on you. Hearken now to the voice of your elder. You gonna wear yourself out. There's only one of you. There's a couple of thousand of them, besides women and children. And you are gonna wear yourself out. You know what you need to do, son-in-law? Moses says, well, this is the best we've come up with. If you've got a better idea, lay it on me. Jethro says, son, you gots to delegate. You need to pick out some trustworthy folks and set up a reporting system. Because this mess is just not tenable. You are not as young as you used to be. Moses says, huh? Delegate? I will be damned. Delegate. I will be damned. I never... Delegate? I always knew there was something smart about you. Yep. Delegate. That's what I'm going to do. So he delegates. All the way down to groups of 10, all the way up to groups of thousands. And then anything they can't sort out, then they bring to him, and he turns to God. Why do you reckon God didn't suggest that he delegate? Oh, I know it. I know what it is. It's because God didn't delegate, see? And also his perspective's a little weird, you know. He can do everything and does it all the time in his own way. And so he assumes that his representative on earth will be able to just to take care of everything. So it never occurred to him to suggest to Moses to delegate. It never occurred to Moses to ask if he could delegate. Holy crap. All right. Well, that was a weird little one, wasn't it? We'll be back soon with 19. 19 doesn't look real familiar, but it appears to be list-like in form. We'll be back again here soon. Hope you're enjoying this. I really am. Share these around. anybody you think might enjoy our peculiar brand of content. And as always, man, oh man, I've got to do something about this light. Anyway, Poke the Pope, who appears to be invisible today. Invisible and non-reactive. Just like God. Take care, be safe. We will see you again soon. The rest of the playlist over here, if you missed anything.